Okay, excuse me, fellas. You're getting in the way of the sexy machine here. Okay, brakes. Oh. Okay, we just friggin' ramp card that friggin' truck into non-existence. Oops, sorry.
Performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I am Digby, this is Agent Pendergast, and today we are back on GTA 5 for some more testing challenge racy stuff. And yes, the personal car of the day is the Viscera. Now, I absolutely love this car, mostly because when I was a kid, like everybody else had pictures of the Lamborghini Countach, I had pictures of the Di Tommaso Pantera. So yeah, I love a Pantera. I don't know if I pronounced Di Tommaso right, but I do love a Pantera. This is GTA 5's version of it, and I'm really looking forward to taking it down the track later on. It is extremely tail happy in spite of the fact that it's got tires on it about a fucking mile wide. But yeah, this is going to be fun. But before we do that, we got to get some garbage cars. So let me go find something crappy, and I'll meet you at the top of the race course. Okay, I am back. I don't know what Pendergast is doing, but yeah, if there is one car in this entire game that actually stands a chance of being worse than an Emperor, it's a Manana. So yes, we've got a Manana. You probably saw me eyeballing that one when we did the intro to the video. In fact, speaking of the Emperors, there's a ton of them about. Yeah, I nicked a Manana. I went and actually then stole the gang version of it just to give it a, better than fair chance, in so much as it's got any chance at all. And I'll tell you how appalling this car is. I actually stole this car in front of 3 gang members, and they just watched me drive off in it. So, generally when you steal a gang car in front of a gang member, you tend to start a gang fight. But not this thing. Advantages it might have, well, it's got a top end, I guess. I don't know how long it'll take to actually get to said top end, but I imagine it's going to be a while. And yeah, does this have any chance at all? No, I just wanted to see if it was worse than an Emperor. And quite frankly, if the gang version can't beat the Emperor, the regular version is easily the worst car in the game. So we're going to have a go. I don't know how much I'm going to have to say about this car. I'm going to probably... Well, I'll cue up the pastoral music. Editor Digby, get it ready. So if I run out of stuff to talk about, we'll just run some music over it. Either way, time to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, the acceleration could be better. We'll just put it that way. Oh, hello. Sorry, you could have been a mile behind me, and if I pulled out then, you still would have been right up my bumper by the time I got in the road. Okay, well, we can beat an Emperor in traffic. That's good. Actually, look at us. We're faster than everything. Who says this car is garbage? Please don't do that. I suppose there's another advantage, is this thing is so dreadfully slow that I'm going to have more than enough time to dodge everything that gets in the way. Yeah, the downside of it is the handling is awful. That's how much of a lane change we've got. That's hard over right there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I should probably stop doing that, because I'm going to whittle seconds off of what is already going to be a really appalling time. I should also mention that for some reason the game has gotten really laggy. It started when I was on the way up here, so if it doesn't get any better by the end of this run, I'll probably just jump servers, and we'll see if we can maybe get something else going. Now, U-Tool time. The great teller of truth. Minute and 12. Wow. Oh, that's how slow this is. I never noticed there was a gas station there. Minute and 12. If we make the on-ramp in 3 minutes, I will be amazed. Now, this thing, I did actually think to look the times up. So this thing has absolutely minimal competition it actually has to beat. The Emperor's time was 4 minutes, 30 seconds and change. I couldn't tell you exactly what the change is. And I expect it probably will be in that neighborhood. Again, it's a gang version of this car. It's got like 1 level of engine upgrades and, some cosmetics to... It's not an ugly car by any stretch. If it was faster, I'd probably actually have one. But the only ones in my collection are the gang versions, and that's only because they're, well, rare spawns, basically. And I wanted one. But yeah, I've never driven it apart from driving it from where I stole it to the garage I parked it in. And that is all the love it's probably ever going to get from me. I don't know what's up with the weird, like, whiskers sticking out of the fender. I know there's a reason for it, and I'm pretty sure I know what they're called, but I'd be bugged if I could think of why anyone would do that to a car. Now, how you about being on the dirt? I can't tell if that made any appreciable difference in the speed at all. Okay, how about on the on-ramp? Can you do the on-ramp? Survey says we are on the on-ramp in 2 minutes 37 seconds. I'm not even going to have a lift. We are just going to ream it across here with no problems whatsoever and back into traffic. Now, should we have a lift at the top of this hill? That is a question not too many people have asked before in a manana. Excuse me, dude. You know what? Yes. Okay, didn't make much difference, but we didn't crash. Okay, turn, please. Anytime you want to turn. Okay, this is... You can stop turning now. Well, you stopped turning, I'll give you that. Okay, definitely about as out of control as you could ask. Oh god, the acceleration. That's what's going to kill it, is the acceleration. Once you get it moving, if you can keep it moving, it's not... Come on. I'm having to have a lift for these corners just because the turning radius on this thing is so appalling. It will not make the turns. Okay, you, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Okay, watch out for mysteriously spawning in things. That was a car. I can live with that. I don't even remember what I was saying about it. Something about the... Oh, yeah, it just loses so much time accelerating. Hi. Wow, I can definitely make some time up in these little spots, though, because I don't have to lift. This is literally... It's pretty much been flat out for the entire run down here. And it's at 4 minutes 10, so I got 20 seconds to get to the bottom of this hill and across this line. Looks like we are going to do it in about 4 minutes 17, so... Hi. Oh, I'm sorry, did I annoy you? Sure, here, have a chat with Mr. Uzi. That's what I thought. Go away. Ugh, did he just... I'm going to have to watch that back in the replay, because it looked like he just dove out in front of another car. Anyway, there. I think I could probably... It's safe to assume that... Oh, he dove back into his car. Yeah, I think it would be safe to assume that in its stock form, this is probably worse than the Emperor, or at least on a par with the Emperor. So, now that we've gotten the dumb stuff out of the way, let's go find something actually fun to drive. And see how we get on with that. We are back and we have got a Fugitive. Now, I don't know anything about this car. I don't think even I've ever driven one before, well, right now. It might be the one that Michael has as his personal car in the actual story mode of this game. I'm not sure. It's basically a four-door sedan. It makes a really nice noise, but performance-wise, I don't think it's off the charts. I expect it will do, well, somewhere in the middle of the table, probably. I doubt very much it's going to knock the Ruiner off the #1 spot, so. That being said, we're going to do our best, and we will have a go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, already way better than a Manana. Only just. In fact, the acceleration is surprisingly slow. I actually had... a wanted level when I stole this, so I was more focused on the phone and getting a hold of Lester and getting myself out of trouble, and I wasn't really paying much attention to the performance numbers, or anyway, just to the performance full stop. It's really not fast at all. It's like almost depressingly slow. I mean, the U-tool time, it can't be as bad as 1:10. I mean, it just cannot be that bad, right? It's got to be, I'm figuring maybe it feels like a minute and 2, minute and 3 maybe, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we'll find out soon enough. We're pretty much almost there. The sign is in fact coming. In the sprint bit, it's not really excelled much. In fact, it's really not much of anything. 1:04. Okay, so I got it pretty close to right. Yeah, this is basically like if Toast had wheels on it. It would be this car. It's surprisingly bland. I mean, if you can hear the noise, it sounds like it should be doing something, and it's not. It sounds like a really angry junkyard dog, and it behaves like a really elderly, like, bulldog. Or a beagle. It's just here. Well, you know what? I will give it credit where credit is due. It is handled quite nice. I mean, it's definitely a little more... Well, I was going to say it's a little more responsive than the Manana. Coma patients are more responsive than the damn Manana. But yeah, it's nice to turn the wheel and actually feel like something might happen someday soon. As opposed to the Manana, where you turn the wheel if you want to turn, like, next week. Just to give it that heads up that you're about to ask it to do something. Ah, God. Okay, yeah, this is still going to take forever. We look in 221, which is really awful. Okay, shit, there's a car in the way. Okay, you know what? He turned us. That worked. Don't know how the, I've forgotten the name of it already. Is this the felon? No. What the hell is it? Fugitive. Okay, yes, the Fugitive. I'm struggling with this thing. It is so boring. Okay, have a lift. Okay, we hit the... I mean, literally just kissed the phone pole. But yeah, this... Okay, see, I can turn there, and the car actually will turn. It is so nice. Please don't pull out in front of me. Now, you've got 2 really tricky turns left to go. Can you behave yourself through both of them? There's one of them down. 2 cars in the way. It's a really nice shade of blue on that. No. Yeah, see? I'm braced for that now. After the last one, I know you guys are going to do that crap. So I am fully prepared for your stupidity. That guy's stupidity, not so much. Mystery dump trucks. Yep, full out. No skids, no problems, no issues. And apart from the one little slide thing there, we pretty much, this has been a really good, pretty close to flawless run. And we are going to put it down in a reasonable 3 minutes, 43 seconds. So you know what? Not the end of the world. I'll take that. I mean, it's definitely not top of the line, but it's definitely not the worst of the worst. Well, after driving 2 painfully dull cars, we're going to have a go in a Carquette. Now, this thing is blisteringly fast. Well, compared to everything else that we pretty much run down the course, this thing is insanely fast. So it should actually just, well, I don't know if it'll monster the Ruiner's time, but it should put a dent in it for sure. It does handle really well. It goes really fast. I'm actually quite looking forward to driving it. And as an additional little bit of fun, this is, at least at the time I stole it, which means it still is, this is a Simeon car. So Simeon wants this car. He will pay for it if I can get it to the docks in one piece. In fact, every time I hit anything in this car, it is going to knock money off of what I get for selling it. So, we got a little bit of danger involved in this as well, which is, you know, kind of fun. It's always nice to have a little something extra. But yeah, let's deliver this thing to Simeon in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, U-Tool time. It's not going to be as fast as the Champion, or, well, pretty much any of my personal cars. However, I expect it should put up the fastest U-Tool time of anything we've sent down here before. Well, we will find out, hopefully, in about 45 seconds. Because I don't think it's going to take us a very long time to get the U-Tool in this car. And so far, not a scratch on it, which is good. I think, don't hold me to it, because I don't usually steal these ones, but I think it's like 20 grand Simeon will give me for this thing. So we'll see how much money we lose, or how much depreciation it suffers on the drive down. Alright, coming up on U-Tool. That was actually really quick. And the U-Tool time is going to be a delightful 55 seconds. So, about right. Perfect. Easily under a minute. Now, I can't remember what the Ruiner's time was, but I seem to recall it was right in that neighborhood. So acceleration-wise, the Ruiner's, well, basically keeping up with this. I think what's going to get this to the finish line quickest is it should have a much bigger top end than the Ruiner did. And, well, the Sultan too. And let's compare the Sultan as well, because the Ruiner and the Sultan were literally half a second apart. I mean, they could not have been much closer and not been a tie. So yeah, this should be definitely up in Ruiner type Sultan area performance, if nothing else. And well, I tell you what, it feels a lot better to drive. This just has been, oh, it's so relaxing after the friggin' dumpster fire that was that goddamn, I still can't remember the damn name of it now. Fugitive, thank you. The Cheval Boring Milk Toast. Yeah, that thing. Now, try and keep you out of the dirt, because I don't know how you're going to behave. If you get tail happy, I can't really correct it, because we are going entirely too fast. You move. Shit. Alright, well, it was... You know what? It was 2 minutes and 3 seconds to the on-ramp, and I friggin' hit a car. I just could not stop that from happening. Okay, definitely did not like going out across the field. That is for sure. Now, hopefully we don't lose any more time. We only lost maybe, 4 or 5 seconds in that. Okay, brakes. Brakes. Just, yeah, there's a car, like, right there on the crest. I kind of have to, like, have a really big lift for it. Excuse me, fellas. Coming through. How are we going to handle going around that corner quite nicely? Do not hit that car. Excuse me, dude. Look for hookers some other time. I'm trying to do a science-y thing here. Alright, that was really nice. One more really dangerous corner. That's all we got to get by, is just this one more really bad corner. Stop it. You're not fooling me. I know something's going to spawn right in front of you. I'm not going to hit it. Okay, nothing. How are we going to do on this corner? We are over it. We got some serious airtime, but we made it. And yeah, we are on pace to absolutely conquer the top of the leaderboard. Even with the accident, we should have this no problem at all. I say that, it's actually going to be really close, because we are crossing the line in 3 minutes, 22 seconds, give or take. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is your new leader. Now, it is a little bit cheaty. Oh, you know what? We were going to sell that, weren't we? Yeah, it is a little bit cheaty because this is genuinely a good, really fast car. And I was actually going to hold off and do the sporty ones later on in the series when kind of we ran out of all the bland ones. But, god damn it, I deserved a treat. That's how I'm looking at it. I deserved a treat. This was my treat. Now I get to drive the Viscera and end the day, so all things considered, we're going to call that one a win. That, and really, there was nothing else to drive. This spawn set is horrible. So, come here, you. How much you gonna give me for it, Simeon? Slightly used.
Woo, sweet ride. We should make some money on this one.
Simeon says... Well, you know what? 19,790 bucks, so I only knocked 210 off of that. Not terrible. Now, though, I gotta get back up to the top of the race course in my Viscera. Hopefully I don't crash it. And here we are with the Viscera. Now you can't see Pendergast because I've got limo tint on these things. But, oh, just behold. What a friggin' beautiful car. Now, I don't think it's going to be the best personal car I've driven down this course because it is ridiculously tail happy. But I thought the same thing about the Road Warrior, and that didn't do too terrible. It's definitely going to be fast. I do know that much. And it's going to be an absolute pleasure to drive. So, I don't even want to wait anymore. You know what? Just 3, 2, 1, go. Let the orgy of speed commence. Excuse me, Emperor, get out of my goddamn way. I am coming through in a real car. Oh, it makes rather a nice sound as well. Wow, there's a lot of Emperors out today. It actually feels like there should be, like, I should have epic cinematic music or something playing right now. And maybe we'll do that till we get to U-Tool. We'll give this thing a soundtrack. Okay, 49 seconds, so really not as fast as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it put a sub 50 down for the U-Tool time, which is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. But it's definitely not, like, the Champions numbers. Find that a bit surprising. Now, I tell you what, it's still incredibly pretty to look at. And if you've got to stare at a car on screen while you're driving it, it might just as well be this one. You'd be hard-pressed to find a prettier car in the game. Well, I mean, the Champion is, of course, just bite the back of your hand beautiful. And this thing is definitely not a slouch. I mean, if it was a member of the opposite sex, you would not kick it out of bed for eating cookies. That's how that goes. Okay, coming up on the ramp in really good time. We're going to make the ramp in under 2. Can we do this? Actually, it's looking like we might. It's really looking like we might. If nothing gets in the damn way. Ah. Literally looked at my stopwatch for 1 second. It was 1:50, but there goes my time. It should make this turn a little easier anyway. Okay, thank God that bush is not a solid thing, or I would be screwed. Okay, excuse me, fellas. You're getting in the way of the sexy machine here. Okay, brakes. Oh. Okay, we just friggin' ramp card that friggin' truck into non-existence. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I knew the sliding in the accidents was going to cost this thing most of its time. And we lost it again. Come here, don't hit him, damn it. Thank God I got car insurance on this thing's all I'm saying. Okay, can we try and salvage something out of the end of this? Okay, nope, doesn't want to turn. Now it doesn't want to stop turning. Please stop. Yeah, this thing is an absolute handful to drive. Especially when the game's a little bit laggy. And yeah, I know I'm over in the danger zone here.
Danger zone!
I'm going to try and get back out of it. There's absolutely... Whoa. I was going to say there's no way we're making this corner, but given that we skidded halfway around to the start of it, yeah, we should be alright. How are we doing on time? We are still putting down a ridiculously good time. Even with 2 car accidents, this is a ridiculously good time. And we are across the line in 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Which is actually pretty close to what the Carquette did it in. Huh. Okay, that's unexpected. No, you know what? Let's go park back over here. Yeah, I'll have to see what happens when I do all the numbers, but... Well, I suppose, to be fair, this thing had a couple of accidents, and the Carquette only had kind of the one. But, God, it's still a delight to drive. Even though it's hairy as hell, it's still a friggin' delight to drive. Anyway, there we go. We are done for the week. Like I said, no big surprise the Carquette made it to the top of the leaderboard. It's actually going to be fun seeing if I can find something to unseat that isn't another sports car. But I'm sure we can find something, and if nothing else, you know, as science goes, these are some fun experiments. And yeah, as always, I've been Digby. I thank you all for stopping by. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of GTA 5, testing challenge racy stuff, and I hope to see you for the next one.